Darrell Pole Fishing Masters 2024. Now, that's the curse of the camera, that is, for Mr. Power. But up to now, we've seen a wonderful display of angling as we've been stood behind him here on the extension pool. So, for those who aren't familiar with what we're up to, this is a 3-day event. It's, I'm going to say, the richest in UK commercial match fishing history. Over 40,000 quid in cash and prizes to be won over the course of these 3 days. 122 anglers fishing, sections of 6 or 7. So what anglers are looking to do is win their section today. For that they get 1 point. Same on the other 2 days. At the end of the 3 days, it's the angler with the lowest cumulative points who will win. So everything to play for. This is the 10-year anniversary of this event, folks, and as such, we've actually compiled a list of the most successful anglers here at Tunnel. Andy Bennett's won this event twice. He's the most successful. But the man in shot now, Andy Power, although he's never won the event, over 10 years, he is the second most successful angler that this event has ever seen. So, Mr. Powers, commercial fishing legend anyway, he's certainly made his mark here at Tunnelbarn Farm, and I've had a sneaky feeling in the build-up to this event that this might be his year to go one better. He has actually finished second in this event on 2 occasions, so he's come very close before. He's never won it as per yet. Could this be his year? So run extension pool. He's drawn a good peg today, peg 21. He was reasonably happy with the draw. And he had a positive start. He said he caught really well early. But now, as often happens with big crafty F1s like the one in here, they've gone a little bit iffy on him. So he's having to really ring the changes to keep in touch with fish. And you'll see he's now fishing a little strung out rig. He's working the upper layers of water and regularly changing between the different rigs that he's using. Looking around the lake, there's plenty of fish coming out. I've seen lots of anglers catching well while I've been here. I've seen James Howarth have a couple. There we are, it's another fish for Andy on that little strung out rig. And Andy's certainly been living with him in the time that we've been here. It's an absolute joy to watch Mr. Powers fish, so smooth, fast. There we are. Good stamp F1. Now, interestingly, Andy said this morning, whether he changed his mind, I don't know, but before the match, he was telling me he was actually planning on fishing maggots, which might surprise you because most anglers opt for a caster shallow attack here at Tunnelbarn. Andy has gone down the maggot route, and that was a big F1. Big F1. The thing you'll notice with Andy, the thing I've always admired about his technique and how he fishes is he's always so quick to change rigs. I remember watching him when he actually broke the Herrenbrook record with a huge weight. I think it was a 400-pound weight of F1 shallow. And that particular day, literally, he'd ship out. If he didn't get a bite within a couple of seconds, he'd be back in, he'd be changing rigs. He's a real workhorse of an angler. Constantly trying to keep in touch with fish by ringing the changes with regard to depths and the styles of rigs that he's using. Now, for him to be on this rig anyway, it would suggest that fish have maybe backed off a little bit. Although, looking at that, 2 in 2, maybe not. That looks like another good stamp F1. So if you think we've been filming for 4 minutes, and in that time we're playing his second, so that's 2 fish in less than 5 minutes anyway, and 1 lost, which gives you an idea of the rate at which he's catching here on extension pool. And the thing with these F1s, as you'll have seen with them last 2, they're all a very, very good stamp. So plenty to see. Around the lakes, what else have we seen? Well, obviously Andy we know is catching. Sam Slockett, he's doing really well. Brad Lucas, again, he was probably winning his section. Nowhere in the frame, I don't think, for Brad, but he'll certainly be good for a section win. And that, of course, means pushing Christian Jones down into, at best, second. Rob Swan winning his section. Andy Benwell winning his section. So, I would say, around the lakes, plenty of fish coming out. It's early days, really, folks. The number of times that you think you know what's going to happen on this venue, in the last hour, hour and a half, when some of them better F1s and smaller carp feed, you see a big change round in the results. But it's a brilliant event. I must say as well, for those who are watching live, head over to the Daiwa UK Facebook page, because any time now is your chance to win a Daiwa G90 Pro Connoisseur Pole, the brand new addition to the Daiwa stable. And we've actually got one that you can win over on the Daiwa UK Facebook page, so make sure you get over there and have a little look at that. A slight breeze, that was a lovely bite. You'll see how Andy's really making that little strung rig work for himself. A lot of people think that maybe tunnel's all one-dimensional, overshotted rig shallow fishing, and this just proves today that it's not, you know. Andy's having a lovely time on that slightly deeper, strung out rig, putting a good weight of fish together. What's happening on house? Well, we're going to head round there next. We'll have a little break, we'll have a drink, and we're going to head back round to house, see how Jordan Holloway's getting on, Andy Bennett, Paul Holland, Matty Dawes, Jimmy Brooks, Alan Scawthorne. All them people I've just mentioned, folks, spread across 2 sections on house pool, which tells you how tight them battles are going to be. So some of the very best anglers in the world have all drawn together on that lake. So there you are, folks. That's a little insight into what's happening here on Extension. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching Andy Power. I personally believe he's one of the very best anglers to watch. Love watching Andy fish. So smooth, so natural. An absolute machine of an angler. We're going to head off now. We'll bring you another update a little bit later.